found that the most important thing that we could do is create a process, a system that creates action going forward as its own hub. So what we did was we asked ourselves, what is the goal of inclusive urbanization? And we decided that we didn't know, but we wanted to find out. And because our group was not all of you, we focused our efforts instead on making a system that you all could buy into as a process. So how we did that was we decided that there should be a central hub, and within that central hub, we are in charge of defining standards, vetting projects that the subcommittees are bringing together, assimilating and disseminating information. So as you guys are coming together and saying this is working, this isn't working, we can coordinate efforts, bring that back out to the groups. We're also going to be using the hub to form new subcommittees, which I feel like is the next iteration. So as we're going through and being successful in identifying new pockets of problems that we can tackle, that subcommittee gets formed. And then very important, we feel, is to establish the mission and branding of our inclusive urbanization community. So by we, I do want to make it clear that it's not the individuals that created this idea. We're asking for buy-in. We're also asking that the hub be consisting of members of each of the different buckets, so education, transportation, healthcare, so that we have representatives from each bucket coming together. We're also asking that each subcommittee be in charge of specific standards that they're reporting back to the hub. So that individuals have responsibilities, subcommittees have responsibilities, hubs have responsibilities, and that we're all being ambassadors of this concept that we don't know what it is yet. So specifically, the subcommittees are going to be in charge of defining standards at their level. We believe that once you all have defined those standards and bring it up to the hub, that'll be our first taste of what the general inclusive urbanization looks like. You will also be responsible for testing ideas. So each subcommittee, you define your goals, you define how you meet them, and then the hub helps you reach that. You're also in charge for metrics development, so it's not just like we think we did a good thing, it's this is what our targets are, and this is how we met them. And that's you guys. Then our ultimate goal is once we have started this hub process and figured out who we are, then we can actually create this model to where we are the standard setter for inclusive urbanization. So the companies are coming to us and saying, how do we hit it? And we can actually say yes or no. So that's our model. We do have next steps if this is something that people are agreeable to buying into that include a timeline with our ultimate goal of presenting this for the next mayoral election in August. So backtracking to that, we're looking at writing a white paper about who we are, what we're doing, having a press release that says this is who we are and what we're doing. And then also forming those subcommittees, forming those ambassadors, and then establishing what you all feel like is a meaningful timeline that you can get behind. And that's what we did.
And to add on to it, kind of an example would be like being LEED certified. So when a building's LEED certified, so either whether you're a nonprofit or a business, you can say you're basically IU certified, you're inclusive urbanization certified, saying that we've been vetted through this process and that our policy or project fix the inclusiveness no matter what you are, that that's how they're branded and that's how it'll be sell to the future. So it's also a growing living thing. As technology grows, the standard grows, and you can listen, it's not a static event.
And to the point of the mayoral race was not so much that it's something that we present to whoever becomes the mayor, but actually between now, we have an aggressive timeline because the idea is that by then, by February, we would have a white paper that is sort of the already some clear standards, even if it's not exhaustive or everything we would like to see. Is a good beginning point of a framework of what
The IU is.
IU means for housing, for transportation, for education, and that we would be then engaging in every forum for the mayoral candidates that we host. Some organizations who are here, but others, that this is part of what we ask that is presented as an aspiration for Nashville. And so we begin the conversation with the candidates, both mayoral candidates and council, especially the 5 at-large council seats that will be also open and available. And that by the time that we get to a new mayor, then we keep that mayor accountable to this vision that we already have been talking about for 6 months.
And we sell it individually as the chamber will bring it up in their process, we would connect. So it's a grassroots effort that all parts of Nashville is bringing up the IU standard, no matter what sector you're from.
And Gary, is it something the design center could actually be the body that helps orchestrate?
Yeah, we all would.
I think we have to, yeah.